So after obtaining our equation like that, let us try to do one example. Then we shall get a good image of what we are talking about. Let us try to take this question. We calculate it to get a good image of a buffer, acidic buffer. We are saying calculate the pH of a buffer solution which consists of 4.1 grams of sodium ethanoate, or what we call sodium acetate, per liter of the solution, and 0.01 molar ethanoic acid or acetic acid, whose Ka, they have provided us with Ka, it is 1.7 times 10 power negative 5 moles per deciliter. Then they are telling us, the first question was pH, then part B, calculate the pH change. The other one was calculating the pH, this is the pH change of the solution. If Roman 1 cubic centimeter of 1 molar sodium hydroxide was added. Roman 2, 1 cubic centimeter of 1 molar HCl was added. Now our solution is going to be for part A. Now let us find solution. Let us try to get solution for part A. Part A, the beginning point, they have given us mass. When you look at the question, they have given us mass of sodium ethanoate. Mass of sodium ethanoate. And is equivalent to 4.1 grams per liter. And then in the beginning point, we are going to find moles of sodium ethanoate. So how can we find moles of sodium ethanoate? That is by computing the molar the molar mass. We find our molar mass, that is molar mass of the sodium ethanoate. And this one is going to be now we find the relative atomic masses. Like carbon, we have 2 carbon atoms. Carbon is 12, that is 12 times 2. Then plus oxygen, we are seeing 2 atoms of oxygen, that is 16 times 2 also. Then plus sodium is appearing once, that is 23 times 1. Then plus hydrogen. Hydrogen, we have 3 hydrogens here, that is 1 times what? Times 3. Now here we are getting our 24 plus our 32, then plus 23 plus 3. And now when you sum up everything, we are getting 82 grams as our molar mass. After getting our molar mass, then we are finding molar mass, then we are going to find moles. We are going to find moles of sodium ethanoate, or what we call the sodium acetate. So what are we going to do? We are going to say moles of sodium acetate equivalent to the mass given in the question out of the molar out of the molar mass. So we are going to obtain now our 4.1 divided by 82, which is our molar mass. And here when you get your calculator, we are obtaining 0.05 moles per deciliter cubed. Now remember, now we have got our moles for the salt. Those are moles for the salt. That one will work as the concentration of the salt. That is 0.05. At the same time, we have the concentration of the acid, which was given in the question, which was 0.01. Now, after having these moles, or the concentration of the salt and the concentration of the of the acid, then we bring the Addison's equation. Remember, the equation is saying pH is equivalent to the negative log of Ka plus log of the salt concentration over the acid acid concentration. Don't forget that. And from there we substitute our pH, therefore is equivalent to the negative log of Ka given in the question, which is 1.7 times 10 to the power negative 5, then plus log of the concentration of the salt, which we have got as 0. This is the concentration of the salt over the concentration of the acid, which is 0.01. And when you compute mathematically with your calculator, we are going to see that our pH is equivalent to 5.47 when you place the negative the negative logs and so on. 5.47 units. So now part B, they are saying we calculate pH change when 1 cubic centimeter of 1 molar sodium hydroxide was added. The same solution in part A, don't forget that. Remember our solution in part A, we have already got our pH. Now here what we are going to do to find the pH change, we are going to first compute for number of moles of sodium hydroxide. So we shall say 1,000 cubic centimeters of the solution contain, this one is containing 1 mole of sodium hydroxide. Then what about the 1 cubic centimeter? This one given in the question. What about the 1 cubic centimeter of the same solution? This one contains now, we cross multiply, 1 times 1 out of 1,000. These are moles of sodium hydroxide. And when you compute them, we obtain in 0.0, that is using your calculator, moles of sodium hydroxide. Now these moles of sodium hydroxide, when you go back to the equation now, if you take this equation of sodium hydroxide, ionizing fully, we shall get sodium ions plus hydroxyl what? Plus hydroxyl ions. What are we seeing? That 1 mole of this one produces 1 mole of hydroxyl ion. This implies that the concentration from mole ratio of 1 to what? To 1, the concentration of sodium hydroxide is exactly equal to the concentration of hydroxyl what? Hydroxyl ions. Now, this implies that even hydroxyl ion concentration is 0.01 moles. Now, from there, we are going to see that when you add hydroxyl ions to the same solution, what are we going to see? The concentration of the acid is going to reduce. How does concentration of the acid reducing? Remember we said, in the action of the buffer, the ionized acid combined with the added hydroxyl ions to form more of the ethanoate ions plus water. So what are we seeing? So what we are seeing here, we are saying now, addition of the hydroxyl ions are going to reduce the concentration of ethanoic what? Acid. Because we see hydroxyl ions combining with this one to form more of ethanoate ions. More of ethanoate ions, remember, these ones are the ones giving us the salt. And this is our acid. So we can wrap up by saying addition of hydroxyl ions increases the concentration. This bracket is used for concentration. However, remember to make the bracket to be a square what? Bracket. Increases the concentration of the what? Of the salt. At the same time, we see that it reduces or decreases the concentration of the what? Of the acid. So this implies that now to find the new acid concentration now, this one is going to be equivalent to the original acid concentration which was given in the question, that was 0.01 molar. When you go back to the question minus the other hydroxyl ion concentration which you have calculated, that is the 0.001. And now the difference which we get when you get your calculator there, we are obtaining 0.009 what? Moles. So we are obtaining that concentration of the acid as the new concentration of the acid. Then we have also to find the new concentration of the salt. New concentration of the salt. This one is going to be equivalent to the original concentration of the salt which we got in part A, which was 0.05 plus the concentration of the hydroxyl what? Ion. Why are we adding? We are saying addition of hydroxyl ions increases the salt concentration. Then we have minus here because we are seeing a decrease there. 1 moles. These moles are in a liter. Now don't forget, mole per decimeter. Even these ones are per decimeter. So good. Now after obtaining our new concentrations, we bring back our addition equation. So here we are going to introduce our addition equation, which is saying pH is equivalent to the negative log of Ka plus log of our salt concentration out of the log of the acid what? Acid concentration. And then we substitute now. Our pH therefore is going to be equivalent to negative log of Ka, which was 1.7 times 10 power negative 5, then plus log of our new salt concentration, which we have got as 0.051 divided by our new acid concentration, which is 0.009 moles. Then from there, we get our calculator and then we do what? We compute. When we compute, we are seeing that we are obtaining now, 4.7696. Then the other one we are having, log of this ratio is 0.753 on your calculator. Now it means our pH of the solution is going to be 5.523. Now the question, remember, to say the change in what? In pH. Change in pH. Change in pH. Our change in pH change, we get the new pH minus the other original pH. That's the original pH. So we shall get the one which you have got, the new one as 5.523 minus the other original pH which we got, it was in part A, it was 5.47, and our pH change now is going to be 0.05 what? 53 units. Now, from there now, we can go to part B, Roman 2. They are saying, what if we add 1 cubic centimeter of 1 molar of an acid, and this acid can be, they gave us hydrochloric what? Acid. As we did here, we are going to repeat the same procedure. Now, in our approach, we are going to find the moles of the acid. First of all, we are going to say 1,000 cubic centimeters of the solution contains now our 1 molar or 1 mole of what? Of HCl. Then what about the 1 cubic centimeter given in the question? 1 cubic centimeter of the same solution. Contains, we are going to cross multiply, that is 1 times 1 out of our 1,000. And these are moles. And you discover that the moles which you are getting there, they are 0.001 moles now. After doing that, remember, now members, when you look at now our acid, hydrochloric acid, which was added, this acid ionized fully since it's a strong acid. Then we are seeing that our hydrochloric acid ionized fully like that. We get hydrogen ions plus chloride what? Ions. So when you look at our mole ratio here, 1 mole of HCl produce 1 mole of hydrogen ion. This implies that the concentration of HCl which you have calculated above is exactly equivalent to the concentration of the what? The hydrogen what? Ions. Now after getting the concentration of hydrogen ions, we are going to start the effect of the added hydrogen what? Ions. When you add hydrogen ions, we are seeing that the ethanol weight ions which are in the solution combine with the added hydrogen ions from the acid to form ethanoic acid. Now the impact of this is going to be that the concentration of ethanol weight ions, which we are calling the salt, does what? Decreases. So we see now this one doing what? Decreasing because of addition of hydrogen ions. But again, the concentration of the acid, that is ethanoic acid, ethanoic acid, this is our acid, does what? Increases. Now because of that, what are we going to see? We are going to find a new concentration of the acid, and then new concentration of the salt, and this one is going to be that we obtain the original molarity of the acid, which was 0.01, and then we obtain the original molarity of the salt, which was 0.05. Don't forget, in part A, after obtaining it, for the salt, we are saying it is decreasing, therefore we are minusing with the molarity we have got up, that is the 0.001. And for the acid, we are adding 0.001. Here, we get our final answer here for the new salt concentration. When you place your calculator, we are obtaining 0.049 as the new concentration. Now, these are moles per decimeter cubed. The new concentration of the acid, we are obtaining 0.011 decimeters cubed. Now, these ones, we are going to transfer them in our Addison's equation. Don't forget it. Don't become tired of writing it. pKa plus log of the concentration of the salt out of the concentration of the of the acid. Now here we are going to bring now our values there. Our pH is equivalent to negative log of the Ka of the acid, which was like that. Then plus log of our new salt concentration, which is 0.049 out of. Bring our values we have got from there. So we are going to say pH is equivalent to the negative log of our Ka of the acid, which was given in the question. Remember part A of the question. Then plus log of the salt, which we have got now new concentration, which is 0.049 out of the acid concentration, the new one, which was 0.011, and then from there now we compute and then we get the answer. Now computation, we are seeing the pH. Get your calculator and in place is 5.418. Then remember the question was saying change in pH. That is pH change after adding 1 molar of the HCl. So we shall get the what was our pH change here, which the question wanted. The pH change is going to be now the value which we obtained, the big value which we have. That is the big value. Let me say big value minus the small value. Remember our big value, it was 5 point, that is from part A, 5.47, then minus the one which you have got here, that is 5.418, and here we obtain now our 0.05 52 units as our new pH.